making up some custard tarts today. So simple, so quick, and the ingredients are really basic. So let's just go through the ingredients and show you what we're going to need for making these delicious custard tarts. Now I'm aiming to make 6 custard tarts, so I've got 6 ramekins there, so we're going to pour it all in there and that's where we're going to make these beautiful custard tarts. Now ingredients wise, first of all I've got some water. I've got 5 tablespoons of cold water. Now there's a tablespoon, I've got a little measuring thing. Each tablespoon is 15 ml, so 5 tablespoons of cold water. Then I've got 6 tablespoons of just normal white granulated sugar, and those two, the water and that, is going to make up the caramel. Then we've got another 6 tablespoons of, again, white sugar, and that's going to be mixed with the milk. Now the milk, I've got 325 ml of milk, and that's just to sort of sweeten the milk up a little bit. Then we've got 3 eggs, a little bit of butter. Now with the butter, that's just going to go, wipe inside the ramekins so that it doesn't all stick. Then we're going to add a little bit of flavouring. Now I'm going to use vanilla extract, but you could use the inside of a vanilla pod, or otherwise if you wanted to, you could use a bit of almond extract instead. So there's all the ingredients, nice and simple. Now what we're first of all going to do is to mix up the caramel. So we're going to start off by making the caramel. So I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of white sugar and 5 tablespoons of water. Put that on a medium heat, stir it constantly, and what you want to do is, when it's just starting to turn brown, that's when you want to take it off the heat. So let's just switch it on. As I say, I'm going to do it on a medium heat. Make sure you stir it and don't overdo it, because otherwise it's going to go, sort of burnt and black and horrible. So get it going, give it, a stir all the way through really. And then when it's just got a nice sort of browny colour, like a caramel colour, that's when you want to take it off the heat. So I'll carry on doing that. I don't know if you can see, mine's just starting to change colour, so looking good. Leave it a little bit longer because I want it to darken up a little bit more. But don't leave it too long, otherwise you burn it. There you go, mine's just coming to the caramel colour now. So I'm going to turn the heat off. And I'm just going to take it off the heat because it's still going to, slightly darken up. So I've got my ramekins, I'm just going to grab one and I'm just going to give it a quick right round, a little bit of butter, and I'm going to do that for all the rest. So I've got my ramekins all buttered up, and what I've done is I've put them into a pan because we're going to use that pan for cooking it all up. Now, I've got my mixture here. I'm just going to pour in, I think, just a little bit in the bottom of each one. Be very careful with this sort of caramel mixture because, to be honest with you, you can give yourself quite a nasty burn. So just try and put enough to go in the bottom of each one. Try not to make too much mess. Just going to do the last one. That will do us. I'll just tilt the pan so you can see they've all got a little layer of the caramel at the bottom. So let's move that aside and now let's get on with the custard. So to make the custard, just going to put the eggs in there. I'm going to use the whole egg and I'm going to use 3 of them. Try not to get any shell. If you do, use the eggshell to actually scoop it out. I'm just going to use my balloon whisk, sort of, a little whisk really. If you haven't got one of those, I suppose you can use a fork. And you just want to give this a gentle mix up. You don't want to make it too foamy, you just want to kind of get it all mixed together really. I think that'll do it, to be honest. So we're now going to get on and make this sort of custard mixture. Now I've used the same pot. What you need to do is when you've had the caramel cooking, pour some boiling hot water in there and it will save you a lot of washing up later. It comes out quite easy. So I've used the same pot, cleaned it up. Now first of all, just put the milk in there. add your sugar, and then I'm going to use a little bit of vanilla extract. You use roughly about, well, used all that. It's about 1 teaspoon roughly. Now I'm just going to switch it on again. Now you don't want to do it on too high a heat, you just want the sugar to very slightly melt. So again, just use the balloon whisk, and when you feel all the sugar's gone, take it off the heat, and then that's ready to go, and we can pour it in the egg mixture. So just keep stirring it until all the sugar's melted. Now I've just been mixing that for about 2 or 3 minutes. You can tell when the sugar's gone, because if you press down at the bottom, you can't feel any more sugar. And then it's all melted, ready to go. So again, take that off the heat. Let's go over to the egg mixture, and we're gently going to pour this in and whisk it as we go. So let's just gently mix it, put the two together. Just do a little bit at a time. Just carry on whisking all the time. That'll do. All done. Now I'm just going to take this bowl out of the way and just put another one with a sieve. Now we're going to pour that all through the sieve, because we want to get out any lumpy bits of egg, so it's a nice smooth mixture. There you go, you've got bits of egg left. Now to make it nice and easy to pour into the ramekins, I'm just going to put it into like a little jug, because it just makes it easier to pour in without making too much of a mess. So I've got my ramekins back, so now just pour it in there like that. Try and get it nice and even. Yeah, that one's not got very much, so I think we'll take that one away and just top these ones up. So I might have put a little bit too much in each. That's alright though. Just top those up. So today we're making 5, not 6. And the next thing I'm going to do is just really put a bit of tin foil over these. So a little bit of tin foil, and we're just going to squash that over the top, and I'm going to do that with all 5 of them. Next of all, I'm just going to put some cold water, because we're going to be steaming these, so put some more in there. I'll just put the rest of that in. I'm going to put a lid on it, make sure it fits, and we're going to steam it. Now the idea of putting the tin foil in is so that the top doesn't go all sort of hard on that, and obviously the idea of steaming it is to cook up this sort of custard mixture. So let's go over to the hob, put it on a low heat, and we want to cook it for about 20 minutes. So I've switched the heat on. Now what you want to do is to make sure it's not boiling away. You just want like a gentle simmer really, and you want to cook it for about 20 minutes. So set your timer, make sure there's some steam in there, it's steaming away, but very gently, 20 minutes. Now I'm about halfway through, so I've been cooking mine for about 10 minutes, and you see there's plenty of steam in there, and it's just bubbling away very gently. If I switch this light on, maybe you can see a little bit easier. See, it's nice and gentle, and it's not boiling. You don't want it boiling, just gently simmering away. So I'll leave that for another 10 minutes. So I've been steaming mine for about 20 minutes, so let's take the lid off. And what I'm then going to do is to transfer them into a dish so that we can put it in the fridge. So switch the heat off. Now you've got to be careful because they are going to be hot, so let's just very carefully lift them up. I've got like a pie dish, so just do the last one. So I'm just going to take them over to the table, let you have a quick peek, and then we're going to put them in the fridge so they firm up. Now I know you probably want to see what's in there, but have a look. Whoa, look at that, looks beautiful. Now what we need to do, just put that back on top, put them in the fridge and let them cool right down so they become nice and firm, and then we can obviously try one. So I've just taken my custard puddings out the fridge. Now I've left mine for about 25-30 minutes. They're still very slightly warm to the touch. Now, what I'm going to do is take the tin foil off, get myself a knife, and I'm just going to go right around the edge because I want to loosen this so that it comes out nice and easily on the plate. So let's move this back, get myself a plate in view, and then what we can do, lay that over there, give it a tap, it's coming, there you go, beautiful. Look at that, nicely set, and that looks delicious. Now I'm just going to try that. I've got myself a spoon, I'm just going to try it. Let's just cut into that. Look at it, nice and wobbly, all lovely set, beautiful. Let's cut into that. Get all those juices on there. Whoa, that is looking good. Just bring that a little bit closer. Ah, lovely. Just the right amount of sweetness. That is really delicious, and it's so easy to do. Thanks for watching my videos, and I hope you enjoy. All the best, the original Naked Chef. And if you like what I do, don't forget to subscribe. There's a link just at the top there. Click on there, and you're welcome on board. Thanks again, the original Naked Chef.